Hey everyone, welcome into this week's episode of New Blood by Night. I'm a brief overview of last session, which you should catch here on the YouTubes. We found out, the party found out who Ruth Mercy was. They found out the Mercy family is a conglomeration of Kindred ghoul and crime syndicate. The coterie spoke with the turned young monstrous Nosferatu, Shriek or Shrike. Money was exchanged, information given, and the threat, the worry from Maves. Supposedly, the small, well-used and often touched Bible belonged to a member of the Mercy family, and it is currently in Aurora's possession. And the family, particularly the individual that this Bible belongs to, is interested in retrieving and having his items returned at any cost. There's quite the price out. That being said, the coterie also found out that Prince Matilda has vanished, which means that there is a vacuum in the hierarchy. Shrike shared with the coterie that there is one stable point of power in the bishop. That's what this kindred calls himself. And he offers salvation, protection. From then and there, coterie discovered that there was a plot to rig the trial of Ruth that potentially involves judge and jury. Speeding things along, questions were asked, answers were given. And the coterie decided to finish gathering phones, to have them zeroed out by the one and only amazing God Ferret. He would want me to say that about him. Zero and Sammy, when they spotted an interesting group of individuals, a single kindred among them. Suspicion stoked high, the coterie began to pursue. And this is where we start tonight's session. Tonight's chapter of New Blood by Night. All right. Were all of you in pursuit of this group? I know Azriel for sure and Mori. Were Aurora and Samiel also headed for them?
Yeah, it was more or less like him noticing it as someone else did. So Sam's just like, yeah, sure, I'll go.
Okay.
And then Aurora made sure to tell Nina to keep an eye on Fenrir and to have them stay.
Okay, so they're hanging out in the back seat.
Yeah, I would probably let them out of the car.
Okay.
Just in case. I don't want them to be trapped in the car.
Okie dokie.
Also,
You can put him in the back of the truck of Azriel with the other two dogs.
Nah, I'll let them be like, just like keep an eye on things.
All right. I need all four of you to roll wits and awareness.
Okay. 1, 2. Okay, and that's 4.
5 sucks.
3 sucks. And that's one on the... Okay, so that's one on the black dice, but 2 on the red dice.
That is okay.
Okay.
As long as they're not like
Criticals. It's
what is
like
it? Yeah,
skulls.
critical on the red and black,
Okay.
or 2 on the red.
Yeah, there's 2 on the red, because I have 2 hunger. And, oh, as long as they're just...
Not
all
critical on. Yeah.
Okay.
If you
yeah.
have 1 critical at least on the red and another critical anywhere else, it's a messy crit.
Okay. Thank you.
I got 4 successes.
4 sucks.
Yes, 4 sucks.
Suck. Thank you, Dorkwinkle. If you ever watch this episode up to episode 10, thank you. This is your fault.
You did this a long time ago, sir.
All right. All of you rolled high enough you don't lose track of them.
They never saw me coming. That's plane shift. To the elemental plane of fire.
Could you guys hear that in the background?
Yes.
Absolutely. And
It was beautiful.
I'm so glad I was muted because I fucking chuckled so hard. It was beautiful.
Is that Pillsbury?
Yes, I was trying not to laugh, but like kind of. It's probably playing on some mall, like overture, or like there's a group of individuals hanging out at a local game store. You can hear them through the window as you approach this group. The woman, she's the reason they got so far ahead. But a couple of the males, one of them in particular, he's probably 19, 20 years old maybe, had to stop and tie his sneaker. And that's who you catch up with. He's got sort of a mop of dusty brown hair, unremarkable features, smattering of freckles across the nose, and some wireless, like plastic-rimmed glasses. And when he looks up at you, Azriel, you coming around the side of this game store and like parking area, and him knelt down, you almost collide into him, but you manage to pull up, stop yourself, and Mori, with a 7, you've absolutely kept sort of a marginal distance between Azriel and the other group, which are headed towards a mid-sized sedan.
So they left him.
Mm-hmm. Like they're gonna meet him in the car, not like they're gonna abandon him.
Okay.
More like. So, but this single young man is looking at you, Azriel, and then Samiel and Aurora, the both of you will arrive. At an appropriate moment, I'll let you know when. I'll be like, and now you're in the conversation, as you two are also approaching. So what do you do, Az?
I'll approach him all friendly, like,
Okay.
what are you and your friends doing out, hanging out so late?
What are you wearing? What are you dressed as?
So I'm wearing my nice like dress shirt. I got the suspenders, nice dress pants.
Yeah.
I got my shoes are pretty nice. Like everything's nice, name brand.
Okay, so you look kind of rich.
I got money, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Any priestly anything?
I have my silver rosaries on my neck and should be visible.
Okay. So his eyes do trail and track down to the rosary, and then he continues with the shoe, lacing things up. Just hanging out, sir.
Sir is what you'd call my father. Feels a little stuffy calling somebody. We're not that far apart in age.
Sorry. We're just hanging out. We just want.
Having a good time?
Yeah, just checking out the mall.
I was a little curious why you're leaving so quickly.
We're just gonna go hang out somewhere else, and at that he finishes tying up his shoe and stands. You think he's going to leave.
Can I try to insight if he... Just insight him in general.
Sure.
What would you like me to roll with insight?
Intelligence. And you're trying to pick up like motives or something?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, intelligence.
3 sucks.
He doesn't seem to be lying or getting at any larger game. For him, they really are just hanging out.
How long hanging with?
Oh, you broke up a little bit for me.
How long were you hanging with that group? Have you been hanging with them?
They're my friends. Is this like a missionary thing?
It seems like
Want to be
one of your friends
rude.
might be someone in a similar situation. I am.
What?
It's a little complicated. I don't want to go into details.
So this isn't a missionary thing, and that's about the point that Samiel gets there. And then followed by Aurora.
Oh,
You literally hear the kid be like, "So you're not a missionary?"
No, what time? Like, isn't it past your curfew? I look very much like a teacher.
He's like, no, I'm graduated.
Oh, then just go to Azriel. He must go to the college around here.
No, not yet. And that's when you all see it. The sort of chub of youth, like around his cheeks, and the glow in his eyes. This kid's probably between 18 and 19 years old.
Oh, then, hi. Why did we stop him? Why are we following him?
His friends are like us.
Oh. Young man, I think you're hanging out with a dangerous crowd.
He takes a step back, obviously uncomfortable when Damien approaches. Damien kind of towers over this kid. Sorry, Samiel. Sorry. Ugh. You're all the names in my head, Vil. Sorry. Yeah, he takes a step back. No, we're just friends.
I swear to God, I don't bite.
Okay.
He's kind of just like a detective, and we're kind of like, I guess you could say, the neighborhood watch.
Okay. Over by the car, Mori, one of the kids, another young man, he's got heavy youth still. Like, he hasn't quite hit his summer. You know, he hasn't leaned out into adulthood yet. He's like, "Jake, you okay?" And the glasses kid with brown hair is like, "Yeah, they're just missionaries." "Well, tell him you don't want any." And you hear the girl say, "We need to leave. Come on."
Why do you want to go with her? And I kind of look at Azriel like, is that the person? Them?
Is that the one we suspect?
Yes, she has like icy blonde hair. Yes, absolutely.
I'm gonna approach the car.
Before
I'll
he
nod
does,
back.
quick question. Because I'm close to them by the car, Bloodhound,
Mm-hmm.
can I smell the resonance on her? Like, is she potentially, I don't know, drinking these people like dry, like I don't know. That's just trying to do some investigation.
Okay, go ahead and roll the discipline. Or is it a merit?
It's an advantage.
That's right.
Yeah, so
it is
a merit, yeah.
Okay. Let me just look at your character sheet really quick.
Mhm.
Boop. Give me just a second. I gotta run back to my computer. Because I pace so much.
But we love it.
Okay, then I want you to roll the advantage with your investigation.
Ooh.
And
All
then
right.
because of your tier, you get the extra dice.
Okay, so the Bloodhound, it says to make a resolve awareness.
Oh, does it?
So, yeah, that's what it says.
Is it versus when it's versus other kindred?
It says difficulty 3, but it increases the difficulty for perfume or distance.
That makes it easy. So go ahead and roll resolve awareness and then add the extra dice.
Okay, resolve awareness.
Is Bloodhound regular? Is it in the player's handbook? Do I have this in my cards?
VtM page 182.
I should. Haha. Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's so cool. You know the page number.
I wrote it down just
yeah,
in
she's
case.
got it under category, VTM page. It's actually so nice for me. Under category.
That's so smart. I
Yeah.
gotta do that.
Yeah, so on your... Oh my god, I put stone on here.
Oh, I noticed.
Did you guys already look at
I
his
didn't look.
stats?
I did not look at
no,
anything.
no.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
He's,
we don't
his
look at his
token,
stats.
look, did you guys see his token? That's my
Wait,
cat.
what?
Yeah, he's got a token. It's my
Yeah.
cat.
Oh my
Awesome.
god, that's so cute.
I have art of him coming, but yeah. Right now he's my cat.
Can he turn into the cat?
You'll have to find out.
Man.
Okay, what'd you get?
Let's see. I have 5. 1, 2, 3. And you said I get the extra dice for this?
Yes.
Okay. Then I got 4. 4 successes.
Sanguine. Horny boys. You can
I see.
smell it.
And is the girl in the car?
Yes.
Is she in the middle seat, on one of the sides?
Middle in the front. So technically in the like mini SUV, she's like, I guess in the passenger side. So I guess it's more like built like a Suburban. So there's no one in the past. Like that is all like the middle console that's like lifted up. That's where she's sitting next to the boy in the driver's side.
Okay. Windows open. Is there anyone else on the passenger side?
Nope.
Cool. I'm assuming the window's open, so Mori's just going to say, real quietly, under her breath, because doesn't want to break her.
Door. So the
Unseen passage.
side door is open. The kid that's yelling at Jake, side door is open.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then I guess what she's gonna do, she's gonna tap the glass twice.
Okay, hold on. Let me see these kids. Okay, the one that's yelling doesn't notice. Her head whips over, and so does the driver's side kid.
Yep. Lord. I don't know what to do here. Lord.
It's kind of hard, isn't it?
Yeah, it is kind of hard. Like, I could just, like, appear in front of them, but I don't think that's a good idea.
Could I roleplay something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I would be like, I don't think you guys should be out so late. There's been a lot of stuff happening in town. Actually, Sammy here's a detective, and
That's not true.
You want it-
That's hearsay.
listen, you said you're good at you're investigating stuff, so you're a detective, and we were honestly really suspicious of you guys, especially, if you guys have heard anything that's been happening around here.
Roll a
The girls-
persuasion and a charisma. As you're talking to Jake, you're like, you could get in trouble. You like, there's 3 or 4 of you and 1 girl, sir. And he's like, and you're
Okay,
dressed
I'm
like
adding-
a teacher, right? So go ahead and add a
Yep,
one
yep.
circumstance bonus to this.
All right, yay! Because I literally have 2 dice, and I'm adding the extra one. Thank God from the higher tier.
And then you get
so
an
that means
extra one from circumstance.
Pro circumstance. Okay, so
Because you look like
'Cause
a
I had
teacher.
two-
Yeah.
yeah. So I had
Does
the
her-
two. So I have a
does her
whopping
pretty
4
come into
dice. Oh yeah, social. I could be the hot teacher. Although I'm scolding.
They
Kinda
are
like,
horny
I don't
boys,
know.
is all I'm saying.
Oh my
That's
god.
true.
I'll allow
Use it
it.
against them.
Oh my god.
Oh.
You just took a 2 dice into 5, so I just wanted to let you
helped.
know. Alright, so let's see. There's 2 hunger dice in here though, so we'll hopefully get good. Alright. Oh! Oh my god! Wow! Oh, I gotta send you this roll. Okay, hold on. Ignore that one, because that one doesn't count. That is goddamn. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. Goddamn. I'm gonna take a picture. I've never had all successes on these dice. Okay. Wow, that's Huh. I did not expect it to go that way. Okay, so yeah, 5 successes. Alrighty then.
Okay, and you're telling him you shouldn't be out this late?
Yep, I'm gonna be like, you shouldn't be out. We're gonna. I want to talk to you kids about being safe. This is so. I thought I was gonna fail.
Okay, Jake's eyes bounce from everyone's face. He has the hardest time looking at you, Samiel. And I need you to roll a composure and resolve.
Who, me?
Yes. Because the way he's looking at you.
That's a big boy roll. That's 5.
5 sex?
Yeah.
Damn! So amazing! Okay, he is obviously afraid of you. And as the resonance of his blood hits your nostrils, damn, it is a good thing you are well fed. You manage to keep your cool with a steady steel-like gaze.
Knowing this,
You have the impression that if you like kind of jumped at him a little bit, he would probably pee himself and run. So
he's gonna like. How tall is this kid?
he's like 5'8", 5'9".
So he's gonna like kind of like kneel down to get up like to his height level, right? And he's just going to
Shit.
he's gonna like dead stare him in the eyes. And he's just gonna be like, "You should go home and listen to the lady." And he's gonna flick him on the nose.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go home. Oh my god, you guys are the craziest missionaries I've ever seen. This-
Neighborhood Watch. We're not affiliated with religion.
Yeah, whatever. And he like stumbles back and heads to the car and is like, Alan, we need to go home. And the kid in the front seat was like, yeah, whatever. Get on the fucking back. And Jake clambers in. No, Alan, we gotta go home. That guy's fucking scary. And you're hearing all of this, Mori. And the other kid is like, shut the fuck up, Jake. We got other things to do, man.
Yeah, at that point, I think Mori would just, she's kind of crouching down so that they wouldn't like see her. She's just gonna reveal herself and just say, "You should listen to him."
Jake's like, ah! The Alan lifts an eyebrow at you, and in his mouth he's got a toothpick, and he rolls the window down as the other kids like get in the Suburban and the door closes. And so it's Mori, the girl, and then Alan. And Alan is looking at you, Mori, and is like, why do you guys even care? Fucking weird.
Mori just looks at the girl, and kind of quietly just says, "I know what you are. Leave them alone."
The girl is just gazing at you, and she doesn't say anything. And then Alan begins to back up.
Oh man, she wants to do something about the situation.
Why you want to just
but-
like reach through the window and grab her, just like ah?
Yeah. I mean, I have fleetness activated. I could totally do that.
But it does kind of breach the masquerade a little bit, and they might call the cops.
does,
But you
just a little bit.
know.
Hey. That's okay because I can literally use Vanish and wipe their memory of it.
And then there's the rest of us who just don't have any of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's just like, bye! And we're just like, oh shit.
Azriel will try to come over to the car.
Sorry, we're dead weights.
I think she's just going to memorize her face,
Okay.
the way she smells, everything like that. And she just says, as they're like pulling away, "I will find you if anything happens to them."
Oh, roll
I promise.
roll your intimidation.
Oh, roll intimidation. Let's see, what is intimidation?
And then you're gonna want to use charisma intimidation.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna rouse because I got a tiny pool.
okay. And then just because of the circumstance, you can add an extra dice.
Oh, cool.
So
I do get hungrier,
okay.
so we'll add that. Boop. And let's see, because of the circumstance, I get to add an extra dice, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, that would be four successes then.
Okay. Azriel, when you come over to the Suburban, are you backing? Are you in their way of backing out?
I would take my time so I can get around to talk to them, to be in the way so they can't just leave.
So, are you going to the driver's side or the passenger side? Thank you, Jep.
What side is closer to the lady?
Passenger.
I'll go to the passenger side.
Okay. Alan's like, we are not interested at all. And Jake is just kind of quivering in the back.
I'm just gonna totally ignore him, talk to the girl. Why don't you stop playing with these little boys and come talk to us?
Roll a charisma persuasion. But what else do you say to that? Of course, because Alan's like, she doesn't want to.
Don't speak for the lady. Can I try to use my good looks with that?
No.
Oh. I rolled really hot. 4. 8 sucks.
Wow. Okay, what else do you say? It's got to be more than
Lord.
that.
We just want to talk a bit about our situation, and we're trying to figure out what's going on. Things have been kind of strange lately.
Where is Damien? Where are you standing?
Who's Samuel?
Yeah, sorry, God damn it.
I
I have
would
Isabel on the brain.
imagine. I guess he'll be standing behind the car, but if he's not trying to block them in, he's just like observing this, trying to rationalize what they're trying to achieve. But as he does this, he's gonna take a picture of the license plate.
Zero's like, are we gonna kill him?
No, that's extreme. Also, that's stupid.
I mean, I was gonna say so, because we better get the cameras, like, off if we're gonna do anything crazy. Plus,
I mean,
we'd probably traumatize Aurora, and we probably shouldn't do that. She's cute as hell. It's a shame you already have Mia, or else I would be pro. Samo.
Listen.
That's your ship name with Aurora. Samo.
I'm just gonna tell you right now, there is no way in the ever-loving hell we're gonna turn these cameras off unless we get inside and turn them off from the inside. It doesn't work that way.
I could do
This
it.
isn't like the Matrix.
I'm on it. Put me down. Let the noodle run.
No,
The noodle will be free.
no.
Samiel, trust me. I promise.
Fine.
I'll get the phones and I'll shut the cameras off.
You need help with the phones. You're not that good.
I'm good. He's
Listen,
like, I've had
you-
enough cotton candy to fuel 18 million babies. I'm ready.
You're just buying into your own hubris at this point.
He
You're
really is just that hyper.
you are so lost in the sauce right now. You have no idea how to.
I
come
am
back.
not saucy. I am the juice.
How about we come down from wherever you're at and meet me at my level, okay? Like you're too amped.
What do you mean?
Like you're jacked up. Like you're ready to go. Like a
Yeah, I am.
Just roll
So just-
animalkin and charisma to get him to just stay in the pocket.
Got it.
Because when you reach in the pocket, it's like gooey from the amount of sugar he's eaten.
Oh, okay. That's a critical for 4.
Okay. You manage to button the pocket slowly, and your words alone. He stays.
Now I'm going to tell you right now. If you want to chew on the cameras, go right ahead. But you have to remember, it looks suspicious. It looks weird from an external standpoint. We are being watched at all times by entities beyond our comprehension, Zero. So no, this one instance, I'm going to tell you, do not.
I cannot be contained, except right now.
Good. Thank you for listening. Now let's just let this play out, because as far as I'm concerned, they're about to commit a crime. And that's the case, I'm out.
Grimes. Ah!
And then he just like shakes and makes little beep 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 in your pocket sounds.
Yeah, but I'll definitely be taking a picture of the license plate and the car itself.
As I see this going on, I see Zero's concern. I think Zero is concerned. I'm just like, oh my god, I think he's worried about. I think we should. Let's. I don't want us to do whatever is happening right. I don't like it. I don't feel comfortable with it. So she kind of like runs up and she's like, let's listen. The girl is suspicious. If we can talk to the girl, we'll get out of your hair, because she seems way too old for you teenagers.
Wow.
Young adults.
Jake's like, just listen to her. She's probably a teacher. She's probably one of the new teachers that hired at our high school. And the friend like elbows him and is like, shut the fuck up, dude. And then you realize,
Oh my god, they're not 18. They are still, or even if they are, they're still in high school. Alan, though, when he looks at you, Aurora, and he looks at Azriel, he is... Ooh, there is a lightning strike of rebellious behind his eyes. And he's a wickedly handsome youth.
I say, I don't approve of what is Listen, young gentleman and lady. You're not young, lady. You, I think, you might be committing the crime. They are very young.
Oh, shit! The image in my head right now. Oh, no, it's so anime. Okay. Fuck.
I don't know what's going on.
All of that combined with Azriel's role, Alan goes to say something condescending, demeaning. But the Kindred lifts her hand and says, I'll just be a second. And then she gets out of the car. And Alan's like, come on, babe, don't. And she's like, it'll only be a minute. And she steps away from the Suburban, expecting all of you to follow.
Yep.
Azriel will follow.
Aurora says you should stay in school and walks away.
You-
Sam will follow.
You
yeah.
just hear Jake be like, I knew we were gonna get caught! It's like, if you hadn't stopped to fucking tie your shoe, I didn't want to trip! You fucking puss! He's like, guys, I just want to go home. My mom's gonna be so mad. Okay. She moves to the sidewalk, far enough away that quiet voices can't be heard from the Suburban. Alan does open up the driver's side door and stand on the lip so that his upper arm is resting on the top of the car, the top of the Suburban, watching you.
How tall is he?
Alan? He's like 6'1".
Okay, so Sammy's bigger than him. Nice. Just imagine this small ass teacher like giving him the angry finger.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's pretty funny.
Lord,
'Kay.
so terrible.
The blonde Kindred says, what do you want? Why did you stop us?
I mean, it was awfully suspicious you ran the first sign of us pulling up.
Is that all?
There's a lot of interesting stuff going on. Have you been watching the news?
What do you want?
I just wanted to make sure everything was on the up and up, but I also doesn't hurt to exchange some information. You never know what sort of sinister stuff could be going on.
No more sinister than any of you.
So who are you aligned with?
Who are you aligned with?
That's still up in the air.
Her shoulders relax a little. I like to do my own thing.
Or it looks
Someone
like
who
one.
has similar ideas. Thank God.
I agree. This is good. This is good. Okay.
So you just ran from us because you saw Kindred? Is that really all it was?
She looks away. It's not that uncommon. I am not in a group like all of you.
Fair enough.
Up
I wanted-
close, you can see she looks pretty young. Yeah.
There is a sadness that goes over Aurora's. There is pity.
But
And
she
she
would
says,
absolutely get carded trying to buy a beer.
"Oh, Aurora's heart. She feels sad." She asked, "So, all right. So avoid other groups. Cool. Do you know how we can tell if they're from one side or the other? Or would it be too
Practice.
late?"
I could smell that you're a kindred. Or
And she
if you're like the other vampires I've run into, they've called themselves Canites.
That's suspicious.
And they don't wear a uniform. Well, that's good. Great. They're not like the Mormons then.
She just kind of squints and lifts an eyebrow.
I feel like this was
You guys said you're lost?
no, I'm not lost. I came here for a reason, which I think I'm gonna go achieve that real quick since this seems to be an increasingly awkward situation.
Yep.
We were just suspicious because, turf things and everything that's going on.
Yeah.
So,
Mall's not my turf. That's true. It belongs to someone else, and I thought you were with them.
Who does it belong to?
Maribel. She's one of the kindred that calls herself K-Knight.
Thanks.
Sure.
You were trying to figure out how the new territory lines are.
Good luck.
So that, yeah.
Word of advice, since this doesn't seem to be devolving into violence. The old mall, the one that's abandoned. I was there the other night with Alan, and one of our kind came out of the woodwork, and he exploded.
Oh, thanks, and take care.
She like hugs herself. Just be careful.
Aurora puts a hand on her shoulder and just says,
When you
"You
go to
too."
touch her, she like ducks, like, huh. You can tell that she's.
Oh, sorry.
You don't want
Yeah.
to touch me.
Why?
Just don't.
Well, I'm glad that. Just be careful.
And you guys can
Things-
see the paranoia and the twitchiness. That's what you picked up on. Her beast, far more afraid than savage. I mean, in its fear, it will devolve into savagery, like a cornered animal. That's what you picked up on. If she were threatened by any of those boys, absolutely she would kill any of them. But the reality of it is they're probably, or they were probably, her classmates.
If you don't mind me asking, how long have you been like us?
Hold on. I have to check something. Let me see. Hold on. I'm running back. I was actually so far away from my computer.
You were running.
I whispered to you, Vil.
Hey, listen. If I know things are really tense and scary right now.
She was turned a year ago.
My heart.
Well, we're in the same boat. And once again, the increasingly awkward situation.
Listen.
Yeah.
Sorry to pull you, but honestly, thank you. You really helped us because, we've been on edge too. But I did say, I do want to say, it's gonna be okay. Just be careful. And, if it means anything, if things go bad, and Aurora is like regretting smashing her phone right now. If things go bad, go to a park and let Shrike know that you're looking for Aurora.
The ugly kid?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of mean to say.
Shh. And I swat Azriel right. I'm just like an old woman.
What are your
And
names?
I'm Aurora. This is Azriel. But everyone else, I think, doesn't really want to reveal their names for good reason.
Samuel.
Yes.
Morrigan. And as an apology, if you ever need any help, just reach out to this number, and she gives her the number.
Okay.
Do what we can.
All right.
I do want to clarify one thing too. You're not planning to kill or turn those boys, are you?
No, why?
I just needed to confirm.
He's the religious type, believe it or not.
So you are some kind of night watch?
No.
Yeah, I think that we're just investigators, like the Scooby-Doo gang. Do you know the Scooby-Doo gang?
Yeah, I'm...
Kind of like that.
Here, just
I'm just concerned.
Sam's just gonna hand her a card.
Okay, she takes it.
Need anything, just let me know. I do a variety of things, I guess.
So you just...
According to some people, I'm a quote unquote detective.
See? And she like crosses her arms and is like really satisfied with herself.
I do have my phone if you wanted to trade contact information so you can get in touch with any of us.
So you just go around helping stray Kindred?
Well,
Apparently tonight I am.
we are unraveling mysteries, and hopefully it'll help everybody.
All right, I want the group all together, each of you, to go ahead and roll charisma and persuasions.
That is, can I add
Let's
some
do this.
extra? Can I do the same dice
Charisma.
pool as last time, or is this a different dice pool?
Different
It would be different because you don't get to add your looks.
Okay, cool. All right,
Don't
so
worry,
that's.
Azriel's got your back.
Don't worry. So, yeah, I was about to say.
3 sucks.
I surged for that.
5 sucks.
3 sucks.
Yeah, just 3.
Okay, so 2, 3, 3, 5, and then Mori.
3.
Okay, you all at least beat the DC. She relaxes further, and she says, Harper. My name is Harper.
Nice to meet you, Harper. And please be careful. If what you saw is really happening, then it's.
It's cool.
It-
I've been at this for a year. I'll
Well-
tell you right now that safest places for us are no longer the old South Mall. Weird shit's happening. I've seen the bishop a couple times, stayed at his church. Seems alright. But for the most part, I've just been staying in Alan's basement. His parents don't know. And mine, well, I'm a long way from home.
Hey.
What church does the bishop belong to?
I don't really think it's actually a church. I think it's a church as far as humans are concerned.
I think it's more of a title than anything, Azriel.
It's
Okay, I was curious.
really just a kind of a shelter for people like us. They're really welcoming. It's weird.
Well, if you're ever in trouble, you can always ask me for help too.
Sure. She'll trade numbers with you guys. She's like, this is
Yeah.
probably the most positive encounter with other things like me ever.
Well, that's good because there's a lot of bad things out there.
Well, just
So,
if you were a night watch, you know, people like us might follow you.
well, we're just trying to do the right thing. So, Scooby Gang,
Cool.
solving mysteries, and who knows, maybe we can help more people by solving these mysteries.
Yeah.
Because,
I
to be
like
honest,
the idea of doing good deeds.
also, not gonna lie, I don't trust the people in power right now. Just, it's too. But anyways, I'll leave you. Yeah, I should. Sorry, we totally. Wow, we just barged in like a bunch of freaking old people. Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry for
Makes her-
causing you the
That
trouble.
makes her kind of laugh a little.
I think the proper turn of phrasing, we barged in like a bunch of assholes.
I mean, yeah.
Agreed.
Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna leave you and make this less weird than it already is. Okay. Nice to meet you, but hopefully we'll meet on good terms, but hopefully,
Sure.
take care. Okay, bye. She just kind of does the awkward turnaround and just speeds walk like a robot out of there.
All right.
Azriel will
Oh.
walk her back to her car.
Yeah, before Mori disappears again, she's just going to say, a word of advice. If you let your beast control you and the fear shows, all the kindred around you are going to find you. And she'll just turn around and walk away.
Okay, it sort of strokes her paranoia a bit. Okay. Samiel, you walk away with Aurora?
Yeah, he walks away with or without her. Honestly, he probably walked away after, just saying we were assholes.
Okay. So
And-
Aurora is kind of catching up to you.
Pretty much.
Okie dokie. And Azriel, you're walking her back to the SUV?
Yeah, just gentlemanly,
Okay. As you approach, Alan's like, what the fuck was that about? And she says, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. Turns out
Just a small misconception.
we actually kind of know each other. And he's like, what the fuck? She's like, it's fine, Alan. Don't worry about it. And she gets back in the car. And Alan's just watching you.
I'm sorry for the trouble. I'll just tip my head and leave.
Yeah, no trouble. And he slides that toothpick to the other side of his mouth. And then he gets in, you can hear the kids talking. I mean, they're young adults, essentially. But yeah, they pull out, they drive away. And we're going to take our first bathroom break right here. And we're back. All right, as you head into the mall. Wits an investigation for me, Samiel?
I'm gonna willpower this. Not just regular willpower, not like a fool. Same result. Love it. Love it. 3.
Alright, good news. And some bad news. The same woman is working the phone booth.
And the good news?
Zero is less hyper on sugar and only focused.
You feeling more level there? Feeling more calm?
Yeah. I'm good now. I'm solid. I'm as solid as baby juice.
I don't. How about we not use that term? That just sounds weird.
Oh.
I don't know what baby juice is, but let's not do that.
He whispers.
Right, okay. I'm in. Let's steal some cell
Okay.
phones.
Hold on, I thought that was my job this time.
I guess
No?
you and Mori are working together, so you
Wait, should I do something? I mean, I can...
Yes, actually you could do something.
Oh,
You
okay.
need a distraction to the phone booth clerk while Mori and Zero do their thing. Because
okay.
I've already been here once. Coming back in the same night just looks weird.
I
Wait,
could always pay for phones.
No, you stay with me, Daddy
Yes, sir.
Warbucks.
Nope.
I mean,
Ooh, I actually kind of like
hey,
that.
we could just go through the... Oh, all right.
Alright,
So
Aurora.
just this is what you do, all right? I'm gonna coach you up on how to do this.
Oh, okay. I'm ready. I'm ready. I got this.
So you're
I
just
am
gonna go be
contributing.
like, you know, just looking for a phone, just talk them up like you would when you go to get like your own phone. It's nothing complicated. It's nothing complex. Just keep it casual.
Okay. Keep it casual.
Yeah.
Got it.
You're like that one guy from that one sci-fi movie I can't recall. Yeah. So then I know for Mori it's pretty simple. Zero will walk you through it. Wait, he can't talk to Zero. Never mind. You know what? Just follow his lead.
Zero's like, fuck yeah! And then all it sounds is like, squeak!
Oh my god, he's so cute. So what? So like, you know, but isn't it gonna be like, just, aren't they gonna notice you if you try to? I don't know what's happening, but I want to support the team.
All you need to know is that you're the distraction. You be the pretty face and do your thing.
Can I do anything to help?
I told you you're staying put with me. Grab some wood, bub.
Okay.
Grab some wood.
Where Stone has been this whole time, you're not 100%, but he moseys on up to the crew now. And he's got some new shades and new clothes.
I like the glasses.
How did?
This is
Whoa!
thanks.
They look really. Wow! You look really. They look really. But we're at night, so I don't. But you know, anyways,
Listen,
are.
he likes to wear sunglasses at night. It's fine.
I like that
There's
song. No, I decided while you were handling the kids, I'd make myself look a little more presentable.
I'm gonna talk to the phone lady. We're gonna get some phones.
You need any help?
I
You know,
don't.
why don't you play the part of the husband? There you go. How about that, Stone? You can be involved.
I would love that.
Let's see.
I mean, he sets down his bags and he's like, I got a couple things for y'all as well. And then he walks up to Aurora and is like, come on, miss. And puts a hand kind of around your waist.
Aurora is like, doesn't know what to do. It's like a cardboard cutout right now. Yeah, honey, yeah. This is great.
Yep.
Oh.
The minute the two of you walk in, it is, hi, how can I help you? My wife and I are looking to get a new phone plan. Yeah.
I broke the phone.
Roll a... Oh my god, roll a manipulation and a Nope, persuasion, because you're telling the truth.
That is a whopping 3 dice. Oh my lord. Oh god. And those are 2 hunger dice with that. 0 successes. Oh my god. No sucks.
Okay. Oh boy, she just gives you the look, but then is all about talking to Stone.
Well, like the look of jealousy, or like just like this lady is crazy, or
More like she's like, oh, your wife's dumb, but I think you're attractive. But Stone doesn't really seem to pick up on that at all.
and I am like, I am intelligent, and she goes, and Aurora's like, yeah, so I need a phone, says it really loudly. I need a phone, ma'am, and I would like my husband. And she just hugs his arm. My husband is here to help.
That's right, ma'am.
My husband and I. Okay, and she starts going off and like, I would like one of those. I want to take a look at your latest technology phone.
Okay, go ahead and re-roll for free, and you gain a +2 dice circumstance bonus.
Okay. All right. Yeah, she's like, how dare she insult my intelligence? I'm not the dumb one in this one. All right, that is one. Oh God. Okay, 1, 2, 3 successes.
Okay.
But then also 1 skull on the red die.
Okay, I think your reaction works well, but the skull usually only comes into play when you've got the Ankh with the 2 stars as well. So for now,
Okay.
it's just your kindred self. You're that beast is like, this bitch. And I think you've roleplayed that excellent. Everyone may have a willpower. All right, Mori. I almost said, I'm in the wrong. I'm like, sleight of hand. I need you to
Woo!
roll a dexterity and stealth.
Can I go invisible first before we go?
Oh, yes. I assumed you were already invisible this whole time.
But yeah, okay. Yes, that would have been true. I did rouse check. Okay, so you said,
Dexterity and stealth.
oh, easy. Okay. I mean, big dice pool, but I rolled a lot of low numbers, so I got 4.
Okay. The whole operation, Azriel and Samiel, is going to take about 45 minutes in total. Any role play between the two of you before I describe how this goes down.
So, besides being a priest, what do you like to do? Do you like to go golfing? Do you play racquetball? Like, do you do rich people stuff? Like, do you dive into a vault of gold like Scrooge?
I'm not quite that rich. That'd be my father was probably that rich. So I've been using my time to study at the college, actually. That's kind of been my recreation and excuse for not really getting into work.
What kind of studying?
So I have I've been studying theology, but I've also been studying the occult.
Mm.
My professors seem to have the same reaction.
I wouldn't know. I mainly studied history for the most part. It's pretty fucking useless when you think about it, but it's fun and interesting. Yeah, exactly.
What type of history did you like the best?
I would say mostly European. I mean, there's a lot of different conflicts and things that happen within several different millennia. It's hard not to want to.
I mean, you had like Greek, you had Roman, you had medieval.
Exactly. I would say mostly Roman medieval were the two I like to focus on. Greek is interesting, don't get me wrong. It's definitely an interest, but those are the two that I like to really push and pursue on a personal level.
That's fascinating, huh? Actually, he'll point to his neck tattoo. This is in Old Greek.
Can I try and see what that says? Or
Sure.
Yeah, intelligence, and if you have the linguist advantage. Otherwise, intelligence and wits. No, not wits. Academics.
I'm gonna say academics, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have a decent pool with this. What do I get with 4?
Has Samiel studied Greek?
He's studied it, but it's more of a side interest than like a primary interest.
Okay, I would say he maybe gets 1 or 2 characters.
Do you want me to send you what it actually translates to, and then?
No, you don't have to.
If you want to send it to me, I can choose. If you
That's
want.
what I was. Yeah.
If you'd like to do it that way.
Yeah.
That's. It should be sent.
me just quickly verify. You know that it says something about live? You're not sure beyond that. It's just something about... Yeah, I think all you'd be able to pick up is a live. Live, and it's talking to someone, like the person reading it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's curious.
Interesting. Yeah, just mainly European history for the most part, Roman, medieval, like you said.
That's really fascinating. So, what are you into?
He kind of just like, his mind kind of races for a second. Like he knew the question was inevitably coming. He just wasn't quite, quite ready. I guess like electronics, hacking, coding. I used to do a fair amount of sports in high school, so like basketball and football. So I don't really do it now. I mean, I could, but it'd probably no one's gonna be playing a night game,
Might be a little unfair.
Yeah, it wouldn't be fair, but I like I like pop culture and stuff like that. So yeah,
I kind of missed out on that when I was growing up. I'm a little bit sheltered.
I was kind of, I wouldn't say sheltered. I was just kind of an awkward kid. But as time goes on, you kind of grow out of your shell.
Yeah, my sister actually helped me get out of my shell.
I wouldn't know. I'm an only child.
My sister actually did all my tattoos.
Oh, is that so? Is she an artist?
She is.
I never got any, but always wanted to. But I guess no time like the present if I really feel like it.
I don't. Does it still work with how her condition is?
I haven't tried, so you never know till you try. Either
Fair
way,
enough.
someone's getting paid.
Well, I know a place.
All right. With that, I need the two of you, Samiel and Azriel, to roll wits and awareness.
Wow.
That's impressive as well. That is 6 socks.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm gonna use one of those fandangled willpowers you have. 3. 3's better than what I got. God, that was abysmal.
Okay. I'll just wait for the whisper from Spec, and then I will describe how this goes down. You ready, Mori?
Oh yeah.
Spec, are you typing at me? Okay.
Just
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Mori. All
Yeah.
of Zero's directions are in subtle chuffs and squeaks. The two of you unseen. Him, surprisingly, manages unseen. He crawls and squeaks through the displays, waits until people aren't looking, and then scurries. The two of you get to the back of the store where the phones, the majority of them are stored. The two of you slip in. You manage to pocket enough for everyone, give or take. You have an opportunity to take more if you'd like.
Okay. So you say we have enough to pocket for everyone. Does that already include, like, so Mori already has a phone. Are we including that her having a phone as well, or without it?
If you want to get her one, but I would say you get one for everybody, including herself.
Yeah, she's not going to get greedy. She's just getting what everyone needs. So yeah, one for everyone.
Okay. Zero, on the other hand, there is a box of phones that have yet to be put away, and he's patting it, saying, "Let's take this one."
Specifically that one?
He's patting it. Mm-hmm.
Okay. She thinks, like, the words from Azriel, you know, feelings wrong or whatever, pass through her mind, and she just kind of, like, shakes her head, just, okay, I guess we're getting it.
Okay.
Pick the box.
All right, as you pick up the box, a human comes around the corner, and Zero throws himself at this human and starts biting at his face. The human, like, throws Zero against you, which is an invisible wall, and the box is floating. He pisses himself, screams, "Oh my God!" and starts running out into the main area. Moments before, the woman does touch Stone's arm, only to have Stone step away, Aurora, and lift your hand up to his lips to give you a little kiss. And he says, "What do you think, sweetheart?" And then this worker, his khakis stained a dark brown, says, "We've got fucking ghosts!" And he leaves. He runs. He runs into a display. The display spills all over. The two other coworkers are like, "Dude, wait, are you okay? Derek, come back!" And he's just running and screaming. And then Zero throws himself out onto the floor, and he starts hissing and yelling. But it's just hissing for everyone except for Samiel. You hear him say, "All right, it's a stick up, and I'm taking everything in this motherfucking store!" And then Mori steps out, scoops him up, and off you go. Yep, off you go.
So I have a couple of concerns. So for one thing, if I get interacted with, my invisibility immediately falls.
So when Zero hits you, you're like, boop.
But also, can I just avoid it with my dice pool?
You can. You can, like, dodge away.
Yeah.
And then he'll, like, land into some open container with all, like, the packing peanuts. He still gets out. He's still shouting. The power goes off after he jettisons forward. Stone just pulls Aurora against him and rushes out of the store, like, joining the panic and pretending to scream. Yeah, on the overhead speaker, there's a couple gunshots that Zero has set to play, so people start to kind of panic a little. I need Aurora and Mori. Mori, never mind, you're invisible, but I need Aurora to roll a... You're going to roll a charisma and a performance. So is Stone.
No.
And Zero, after he squeaks across the floor, causing some disturbance, he hides in a plastic plant where Samiel is able to pick him up, no problem, in the chaos.
Okay, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So I have the 1 dice plus the 1 extra because of my tier.
Yes.
But I also have 2 hunger. So is that going to be just 2 red dice?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh my god, no. Zero sucks.
Okay, you are panicking. You're like everyone else. You're like, "Oh my god, there was gunshots!" But Stone is steady, and he doesn't directly lead you back to the party. You go out and then around an exit, and then back into the mall. The whole ordeal, from start to finish, 45 minutes. But eventually, all of you meet up. Whether that be outside or inside is completely up to you. But Mori and Stone and Aurora, you're first outside, and then if you go back inside, you can. But it's safer to just exodus. Especially after hitting the same store.
Yep.
Aurora is just like death grip, just holding, like just kind of like shaking, like kind of panicking, shaking, and just holding Sorry, I'm trying not to laugh because Aurora is like, I don't know what just happened, holding like onto not Stone's hand, but like his arm now, and just like burying her face in like as close as she can into him. She's like, "Did we get the phones?"
Outside, away from prying eyes, he just starts to laugh, his fangs flashing, bright white against his tan skin, and he just says, "Holy fucking hell, you are amazing." We got everything we needed.
Oh, thank God. That was kind of fun.
I agree.
But-
Did you see the look on that lady's face when you yelled, "This is my husband"? What a dumb broad.
I know, right? Ah, the nerve of that lady! And she throws her hands up in the air, like, and she just, Aurora playfully pokes, like, he's just like, and she imitates, she's like, "You're my husband!" So, that was a little scary, but it was kind of fun. Yeah.
He captures your hand after you poke his chest, and he leans in real close to your face. And he's looking at you over the top of the sunglasses. You did a good job. And he's suddenly really sober and really serious.
Thanks.
I liked it. And that's when the side door opens. And Damien and Azriel, is it okay to assume the two of you exodus amongst the panic?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if you already picked up.
kind of ripple effect from like phone store to food court to the lingerie store and just lots of panic.
Yeah, I mean, after picking up Zero, just like, all right, time to use the side exit.
Okay, so the two of you step out and there's Stone and Aurora. Mori's already at the truck. Azriel, very likely. So,
Oh, hi. We got everything you needed.
Yeah, but Zero got greedy, you little bastard.
nah, it's computer parts. You could use that shit. We just can't ever hit this mall again.
I don't think we can ever come back to this ball.
But the point was to do a quick and easy job, and Mori probably did it right, and you got overzealous.
What do you mean? Why is it always my fault? I
I'm
got
not
you
saying it's
things.
your
Mori from the
fault.
corner.
I got you things that'll help.
We'll see, huh?
Aurora
Mori
scoops
from
up
the
Zero
Oh, Lord.
and just like starts hugging him and like, "Oh, he's so cute.
And
He
he's
did such
just
a good
glaring
job."
at you, Sam. See, I'm cute, and I did a good job.
Yeah, that's because. Listen, last time you were on point and keen. This time you got a little rambunctious.
You'll be able to use all that shit for everyone else, though. Come on, we're a group now. We're a team. We're superheroes.
We're not superheroes.
All right, we're bad
not-
guys, and we're gonna kill everyone.
No,
No,
we're not
no,
that
no,
either.
No.
Squeak, squeak, squeak.
Oh, sorry. Oh, you guys. Okay, I think we should head to the car now. We got, and look at this little guy. He did such a good job as a distraction.
Do we have any other stops we have to make?
At this point, if Mori has circled back around to find them, she can.
It's okay. She tried to talk a couple of times, but people talked over her, so she just...
Well,
Decided not to
originally
talk.
she would have gone straight to. I assume she would have gone straight to the truck to drop things off.
If I saw everybody, like, gathering, she, yeah, definitely would have come.
So.
And I guess you'll hear at this point, I am never working with that rabid ferret ever again.
He's like, we were amazing. We were the best team. We're gonna do everything together.
Look at him. How can you be so mad at this cute face?
And yet she doesn't want to work with you again.
That's her problem.
Uh-huh.
So, Aurora sets Zero down, and she looks at she asks, oh, actually, what time is it, by the way?
It's like 10.
Okay.
No.
So about 2 more hours.
Wait,
Okay.
wait. Because I know around. I don't think it's about 10. I think it's a little later. Because mall closes. Phone store would have been closing around like 11. Like the rest of the mall, right? Between 11 and midnight for like a late. Yeah, okay. You probably have like an hour before you're supposed to go to the park.
Okay, so Aurora would mention, like, well, I was gonna meet up and check in with Joe, and now that we have more information, we can definitely ask him more questions. Well, I definitely have more questions, for sure. And, you know, give him an update on Nina and make sure it's okay. But I only have an hour left before I gotta go do that. Is it
Joe?
okay? Yeah. Oh, the guy we met. If we need a place to crash, we can go to my place.
Do I get to hit him again?
No!
Wait, who are we talking about?
I don't know, that one asshole that got all uppity with me.
He's not. He's
don't-
just.
I don't remember anybody getting uppity with you.
Listen, he didn't want to talk, and I was
He
gonna
just-
persuade him with the...
Listen, I think there was just a big misunderstanding, and you know what? We should just head over to my place instead of just staying here.
I'm assuming this happened when you guys were without me.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be correct. Yeah, you were not present for that.
Well, maybe this would be a good time to introduce you, Azriel and Mori, if you want to come.
I have nowhere special to be, and
Well, come to my place. I want to, like, Aurora looks excited. She's like, I don't usually have guests, but it'd be really nice to have guests. And, you know,
I bet you have
I
some interesting books.
I do actually, and I would love to show you my collection, and we can go over the book more closely and hopefully find some more clues.
Okay, tell them you're interested.
And then you wouldn't have to work out of your car, Sammy?
Yeah, come on, Sammy.
Hmm,
We're already bonding in the mall. I want to bond with you a little more.
I have
uh,
a nice table, a high table.
what's this supposed to mean?
I have
Well,
no idea what it means, but just come
It's
with
better
us,
than
man.
it's better than, you know, huddling over a car.
Azriel will
with,
just give you a big smile.
you know, in Zero's nests, like, poor thing. Or
All right, I
poor you.
guess we could make a little pit stop.
Great. Normally I would offer you drinks, but I know that we don't drink that way. But, you know, you can make yourselves at home.
What? You guys
And-
can't drink?
No, that's pretty normal to me.
Is that a serious question?
Yeah, I was genuinely asking.
Yeah, I unless it's you know what, then nah, it's off the table.
Okay, I guess I'm just weird then.
Hey,
Oh.
rich people are weird. It works.
I mean, I do
has a
like a
point.
nice glass of tea. When
Azriel is Fred, or is he Daphne? I'm not sure.
It's definitely not Scooby.
I
What
think
are you
Zero's
talking about?
Thanatos is Scooby.
It's a show, and I have some of I have the movie, Zombie Island. We can check it out.
You're gonna have to show me whatever this.
I would like to do something real quick because Mori's obviously invisible, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Want to see? Let's see here. Not to violate her invisibility. I want to see if I could just like see her with sense the unseen.
I mean, she's not hiding, so I don't know what particularly we need to do about that.
You want to see her with Sense the Unseen?
Yeah. I think what I'm trying to reason why is because it's hard for him to talk to somebody when he doesn't know where they are, and it's kind of like constantly like moving in and out, like whispering in the ear. And while that's obviously cool, he would like to, at least approach Mori and kind of treat Mori more like a person rather than this invisible specter, I guess.
Cool. Do I do anything, or do you just see me?
Sense the
that
unseen
is up to
can
the
also
storyteller.
detect a hidden vampire. Okay, so go ahead and roll wits and awareness.
Okay, I will roll wits and awareness. That is not high. You know what? Seeing that pool, it's not that great. But if this were Nikolai, it would be a different situation. Yeah, I'm probably gonna fail this roll.
And then you can
so Mori
add
correctly
your
rolled.
aspects to it as well.
Yeah, that doesn't change anything. Zeros, so either way, Mori's fine.
Yeah, you can't see her. You try, but it's... Yeah.
He's just gonna like shrug, like I tried.
Everything
so-
okay? You look stressed.
Just have a means to see things that aren't there. So I was trying to look at you like a, like I would look at everyone else. But I understand if you're more comfortable and visible, that's fine.
She turns visible.
You didn't have to oblige me like that, Jesus. Now I feel somewhat bad.
No, it's. Wait, you can really see invisible? You can see invisible?
Yeah, if you yourself are invisible, I could try, but it just, I guess I gotta get better at it.
Can you teach people how to do that?
I don't know if it's teachable.
Maybe. He might be able to.
I'm also curious about some of these crazy powers we might have.
All right, so what are we gonna do when we get to your place? Are we gonna make a plan of some sort?
Well, yeah, I think that'd be better than sitting in a parking lot and looking really suspicious because we just approached those teens and I'm sure the cameras probably caught us right now.
That's fair. All right, come on, Zero. Let's get in the car.
Zero's like, we conquered all. Alright, you guys split up same way you were?
I'll say I have room in my car if you guys are overloaded.
No, I think we're good.
There's 4 people in one car and 2 people in the other car, right? How
Mhm.
big is the other car?
Samuel's car's decent.
I thought it was like a station wagon.
No, it's like a mini.
Like an SUV, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a
Oh,
mini.
Jesus, it's a big car.
Yeah, it's not like a Suburban, but yeah, mini.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't want to leave Azriel by himself, so she's going with Azriel. But she does consider joining them in the other car for a little bit because learning that Samiel can see invisible very much intrigues her.
How about I want to propose just a little car swap just so we can get to know each other a little bit better.
Sure.
If we keep on dissecting our group the same way, it's bound to lead into weird friction.
Bonding activities. See, we're breaking the ice. This is like team building.
Sure.
Yep.
So
Like deadpan face.
So do you want to swap vehicles? Is what you're saying?
No, we're like rotate who's in what vehicle, or
Oh, okay, yeah. Then yeah, go
so we
ahead.
can have a little bit of a different bit of talking.
Is yours a 2-seater truck or a 1-seater truck?
My truck.
Yeah.
There's room for like 3 people in the front, and then there's the flatbed.
Okay.
If it's all right, I'd like to go with Sammy for a while. Looks at Azriel.
No problem. I think me and Aurora could talk about some interesting stuff.
Sure. You like. I'm curious to know what you're studying, or what you did study. There's a little
A
bit
bit
of
of the
sadness.
occult, a bit of theology.
Oh, interesting. I've done a little bit of cult and more of the folklore side, and uncovering these supposed stories that are actually have basis in truth within historical facts that are then used as movie material for movies, but it pays the bills.
I got to study a little more fun side of the occult. I was majoring in some parapsychology.
Pseudoscience?
Yeah, like the whole idea with like aliens and psychic powers.
She's like trying to get into this giant ass truck, by the way.
Azriel will give you a hand to help you up.
Oh, thanks. This is a really big truck.
Yeah, it's a nice one. I restored it with my old man a while back.
Wow, that sounds difficult. Aurora
It was a nice bonding experience.
Aww. And she's sitting in the truck, and she's like, all right, is it just me and Azriel? Or, yeah, okay.
There's 2 dogs in the back.
Oh, hello, Thanatos, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then another pregnant puppy.
And oh god, this one's pregnant. Why do you have a pregnant dog in your car?
I ran into the young lady, and I figured I'd take her home
Inside
rather
check.
than letting her stay on the street.
Not because she's suspicious, but she's like, do you just like adopting dogs? All right, so I'm gonna do an insight check. So that's gonna be insight and what else, or just insight?
You can use your wits or intelligence.
Okay, I'm gonna use my intelligence because I like that pool much better.
Am I rolling anything?
Nope, but you'll basically be setting the DC.
Oh, I did not do well. 1, 2, 3, and a skull, but that doesn't work unless there's no crit, and so it's fine. So 1, 2, 3, 3 successes.
You can tell Azriel likes dogs a lot.
Mhm.
There's also a like tinge of guilt when he looks at that dog.
And she's like, okay, he must have picked him up at the pound because he felt guilty about her being pregnant. Got it. All right. And yeah, Aurora just sits and just waits, and she's like, so. All right.
We'll
As
swap
rolled.
back and forth between the cars for roleplay. So this is your guys' car, and then we'll switch to the other one. Did you guys want
As
Stone
rolled.
in this one as well, or do you want?
Yeah, bring Stone on in.
Okay, I guess he can be sitting in the back.
Oh.
Or he can
Sad.
be between us, wherever he wants, you know.
Are we? Because he's a big guy. Is he gonna be able to fit?
I mean, it's a pretty big truck, right? Older
'Cause it only-
design.
Yeah, it only has the front seat and the back and the flatbed. So
Mm-hmm.
the seat belt. Okay.
There's enough for like 3 people to sit in the front.
Okay. So, Azriel, question.
Mm-hmm.
Who's... So we know that Alice turned you, right? Or that
Mhm.
you're... Okay. So be like, so how did you meet Alice?
You definitely, when you look at him, when you say that, it's like you touched a sensitive subject.
Oh, God.
But he's trying to answer.
I mean, you don't... Oh, I mean, we can talk about something else.
Now you asked it. We were dating for a couple years.
A couple years, and you didn't notice she was, different?
I mean, 2 years. First time dating anybody.
Aurora looks at you as if, like, are you stupid?
It actually
mean-
leads me to a question I wanted to ask you, Stone.
Sure.
Are there any powers to vampiric or kindred powers that can seduce mortals?
Plenty. Just by our nature, we can attract them.
Kind of like the girl we met tonight. I think
There's
that's
a
just...
strong possibility that she probably used some powers on me.
Oh,
What makes
And
you
he
say
looks
that?
kind of sad when he says that.
Stone just says, what makes you say that?
When I first came across her, I wasn't really the type to go out of my way to ask somebody out. And there was just something about her that, well, one thing before I knew it, I was asking her to go out with me.
Mm.
Oh, so you know who your sire is. Interesting. Very curious.
I don't like to remember the night I
Oh,
got turned.
We can change some. So why are you into like religion and theology and all that fun stuff?
I mean, I grew up religious. My mom was real into it, We'd go to
So
church
was-
every Sunday.
Yeah, mine was Catholic.
Is there anything wrong with being Catholic?
I just don't like the idea of following. Like I said, I don't like God. If he exists, he's an awful person. And I know we've had this discussion, but I stand by that. How can we exist because he let it be so?
I mean, he made Adam and Eve. He gave them free will. They ate an apple of knowledge and got kicked out of the Garden of Eden.
And then he let him to rot. What a terrible person. What about the theories of Lilith?
What exactly on that regard?
Wasn't she the first what was it? Like wife of Adam? And then she's gone. She's out of the picture in some that makes no sense to me.
I mean, there's a lot of
What was wrong with her?
contradicting information. I've looked into several religions.
So is that what you study? You study like several religions and then the occults and with that goes along with them?
Well, I studied religion for myself. I was
Why?
very fascinated by the occult, but the reason I studied religion is I was trying to come to terms with and try to figure out what exactly I believe. Because I wouldn't say that being Catholic wasn't enough for me. I didn't agree entirely with everything they decided to preach, and I was looking for answers in other places. There's some very interesting ideologies over in the Eastern sects. I just wanted to figure out what felt right for me.
But isn't it
And
strange now that you're, well, kindred? Don't you feel like a contradiction? A juxtaposition?
a little bit. But my religion still brings me comfort.
That you're condemned and going to hell?
I don't know if we're really going anywhere.
Then is that not your belief? Isn't that not blasphemous to believe that then?
I believe our newfound position, I feel we're not going to heaven or hell. we're just cursed to spend the remainders of our days here as a earthly limbo.
And then we die.
We're already dead. Your heart's not beating. My heart's not beating. Stone's heart's not beating.
But we have a soul. We have to have a soul, or else how do we even exist?
I'm not arguing. Our souls are right here.
I just
They're
don't
not going anywhere.
I just think the idea of an organization is like religion takes advantage of people.
It also helps people.
And then it's people you don't like.
I just think that
Because it's people
There's
who
good-
perpetrate violence, death, pain, suffering, and manipulation. That is purely
I
a
agree.
mortal thing.
I just think that there's
in the name of religion back in the day, like they had holy crusades and did horrible things in the name of God.
but there's good people and there's bad people, and I just think that a lot of the bad people end up preying on the weak,
Well,
and they use it
I'm
in
not
the name
arguing
of
against
religion.
that.
if that's the case, then by number, aren't there more bad people than good?
I think
And that-
bad people spread bad things, and it makes good people do bad things and become bad, you know?
But this is why I feel like what we're doing is good. If we can figure things out, at least I feel like maybe, you know,
I agree. I agree with you.
we could do some good. Like we could help that girl. Like we could not make her so afraid. I just
No, I-
worry that
I agree with you. I think you're right. I think
I
we
just
should.
Oh, go ahead.
You go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Because it was like I just like, and I was supposed to be like trailing.
I agree. I think doing good deeds can spread good deeds to other people, maybe inspire them, motivate them to do good. That's what I want out of my church, you know, and out of church in general. 'Cause
So
I'll be honest with you. I don't care what you believe in. I just want people to believe in something, have something. Because I know the comfort it's given me. And I believe it can be a force for good. Even though I know it can also be used maliciously.
And the agent there is people. People make choices,
Mhm.
Aurora. And all more often than not, people are selfish.
Stone is 100% correct.
More often than not, people are evil.
I agree with him again.
then I guess I have to be the person that breaks that cycle.
Sure. But are you willing
That's
to
what I'm trying to do.
play God? Because if what you say is true, then he's abandoned everyone. And that means someone has to take up the mantle. You prepared to do that?
We don't. Why do we
I
have to believe in a god?
I never said
I don't
that.
believe.
I said, according to what you're saying, Aurora, God has abandoned people. So who's gonna
I
take
think
up the
Mori
mantle?
believes the same thing.
I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know. I just.
Here's another thing. I think God acts through people. I think he may have brought us all together.
Aurora gives him the eye. I'm like, okay, buddy. Well, I guess that's one way to put it. I like to believe that this cute little old lady with funny slippers is the one who brought us together, and that there is a greater work at play. There is a spider web happening, like Stone being around all those weird symbols. Strange, religious.
Yes.
Then this Bible that I have, also weird. It's
I
all
also-
connected.
I actually ran into a weird Bible as well.
You did?
And
You did? Where is it?
strange rosary back at my place. I was gonna get your opinion on it, but I didn't feel like bringing it out.
Oh, so there's more than one. Okay. Okay. Does it look like mine?
Did it look like Aurora's Bible?
Pretty similar.
Yeah, it was pretty similar.
Where'd you find it at?
My sire's place.
That's curious.
She also had a rosary that reminded me of your eye.
Oh yeah.
And he reaches up to the whiskey-colored one.
Azriel will nod.
Huh. Or like this one, and he touches the one that's all black.
Aurora will bring out the rosary that she found with the Bible, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. It's pretty similar.
To which, to the black eye or the whiskey?
The black eye.
And she just looks at Stone. She's like, huh.
Out of curiosity, Stone, do the names Everly and Amelia mean anything to you?
And he thinks real hard for a minute. I don't think they do. Should they?
No, I was curious. Came across a couple weird names.
Like what? Everly and Amelia?
Mm-hmm.
Question: Does Stone was there when everyone was discussing the Mercy family, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I think so.
Correct.
Yes.
All right, let me roll for him. Ooh, nice. He got 6 successes.
Ooh.
So we know that Aurora's Bible belongs to the Mercy family. Does that mean your Bible also the one that you found belonged to the Mercy family?
It could be, actually. That's a good point.
Shrike also mentioned that someone was punished.
It could have been my sire. I did find it at her place.
Question: when you went back to her place, was it ransacked? Was it any different?
No, it wasn't any different from the last time I saw her.
Did it... And Aurora, like, looks around and takes out the Bible. Did it look kind of like this? Did it have, like, marks on it? Writing?
I mean, there was, like, even loose sketches, and there was a lot of weird stuff going on with that Bible. I'll take a better look at yours when we get to your place.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We can compare notes. Or I have a book. I want to also start scanning the pages of the book just in case we lose this. So if you could help me out with that, Azriel, that'd be really helpful.
I'm not the best with electronics, so...
It's fine. You just turn... It's easy. It's the one I borrowed from the university. You turn the page, press the button, it'll take it from the picture, and you just keep pressing the button and turning pages.
You'll have to walk me through it, but I can be a lend a hand.
Maybe I'll give it to maybe I'll give it to Sammy. Oh wait, he'll be doing phones. I'll explain it. It's really easy.
I mean, I can lend a hand if you just tell me what I need to do.
Okay.
Okay, then we'll meanwhile right here and we'll slide over to the other car. And you roleplay for Samiel and Mori.
Did you want me to roll a drive at all, or just
Yeah,
roleplay?
Yeah, it's gonna be a low DC because I don't think Azriel's gonna be driving too fast because Aurora's giving him directions between conversation. But yeah, dexterity drive.
I'm good at this. Oh, that was a big boy roll. Holy shnikes. That's 5.
Not.
Oh yeah, cool. At some points you're just like, oh, I think I know where we're going. Huh. Yeah. So you actually so good at this. You don't even need to like fully focus.
Yeah, so in that case, so Sam's gonna pipe up maybe after like, a couple of minutes of driving.
Right.
So what's your story, Mori? Like what got you involved in all this? Like what are your stakes? You don't have to obviously say everything, just broad strokes.
Do you mean why I am Kindred, or
Let's start with that.
Botched assassination? He was stronger. I think it was probably some sort of punishment, I guess. But, after a couple of days of not giving him the information he wanted, he left. And she unconsciously puts her fingers to her mask. And I woke up here. He kept me restrained for a while, and then kind of sort of ranting, religious, made sure that I knew exactly what our mission was, and told me I was taking his mantle.
So you were a successor of sorts.
I think so, yes. He said he doesn't have long in this world, or at least here. Something's calling him.
Huh. Calling, huh? Is he like you and me, or is he just, kind of dementia, losing his mind?
You and me. He, just very old.
Gotcha. Yeah, Artemis is pretty fucking old. She just,
Does she hear it too?
You know what? That's a great question. Storyteller. Has Artemis ever talked about hearing any sort of call or voice to beckon her away?
No. But it wouldn't surprise you if that's part of what she's hiding from you.
Nah, she's never said anything about that, but I can tell she's hiding a couple of things she doesn't want to talk about. And I don't mind people having their secrets, right? We all got our secrets, but whenever she wants to talk, we've been together for a while, so I feel like there's a level of comfort, but still, kind of gotta build trust and equally break down walls in a sense.
She nods to that. Is that alright if I ask a question?
Ask away. I'm a fairly open book for the most part.
Tell me to mind my own fucking business if it's too personal, but did you lose someone? Did you lose someone? Were they taken?
No one's been taken. I mean, when you more or less crawl out of the ground and the first thing you see is more or less, this, my sire. You're just wondering what the hell happened. Don't remember any of it. Don't remember being bitten. Don't remember, an exchange of blood, just waking up. It's like...
She nods. I was just curious because of you were looking into missing people. Thought maybe there was a reason behind that. Like, you lost someone.
I think it's the people I don't want to lose. So if I figure it out now, then I don't have to lose them.
She nods.
Some are more
That's-
capable than others, but oh, go on.
Oh, no, she was just going to say, that's the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. I just found them. I don't want to lose them yet.
It's the potential of it happening, not so much the actuality. I want to prevent that to the best of my ability, and with the abilities that I have, it shouldn't be too hard, but with more people, obviously, it's easier.
So then I guess we're in agreement there.
I mean, I don't... If I have to hurt somebody, I'm going to do it, right? I'm going to have a reason for it, but... I mean, at some point, we all fuck up, so... You know, sometimes we screw up, so it happens. We're only... not so human.
Have you ever killed someone? Your beasts, I mean?
Once on a feeding, but it was purely an accident. I didn't know how to handle it. And it wasn't guided because Artie's kind of, she'll be hands-on, but she'll be hands-off. She's selective in what she likes to do, and I don't blame her for it because she's lived this long and she really shouldn't have to deal with it. But I've done my best to not hurt people, but yeah, I've taken a life in that regard.
She nods. That's sort of similar to how my sire was. He figured if they died, then that's the fate they deserved. That was exactly how my first feeding went, actually.
So we're not too far off on a certain level. Nice to know.
She nods. I do feel a kindred spirit in you. It
I can
does
say
make
the
me
same.
wonder, though. Just, I mean, I know my situation, I was trained at a young age, but I don't know. Was it the same for you? If so, my condolences.
No training. Mainly just maybe because of my physical attributes I was chosen. Maybe it was just a terrible fate decided upon me or whatever. I don't hate it. I mean, I just kind of embraced what I am. I mean, why hate yourself when you could just embrace what you are and try to use your given abilities to do what you can with it?
Agreed. Doesn't change my life hardly at all. And, you know, in Azriel's eyes, I'm one of those sinners who probably will... I don't know. It's, from my readings, a place called Outer Darkness. That's where I see myself ending up, though. She just says, quietly, not like we have any souls anyways, though.
I mean, soul's just a concept when you think about it. Is it really there or just abstract?
That is a good question. One that we'll never get the answer to, of course.
What are your opinions on Stone? Not meaning to shift subjects.
He is an enigma. He's hiding something, and because he's so... You could, like, try to come up with the words. He's so elusive. I don't think I can trust him, but also... Have you felt the pull? Like the calling? Right after we released Stone, everywhere I went, I just felt empty without him.
That was one time.
Happened to me several times as I was walking away. Made me very upset. I lashed out at him.
Don't blame you. I mean, if it's something that's kind of at the back of your mind, reaching forward, it's almost an alienating experience in that regard. And the want to understand and not having the understanding is the most frustrating aspect. So I understand lashing out probably isn't the best way to handle it, which I'm not judging, by the way. I don't blame you. I probably would have done the same thing. But when you recurringly see fucking letters that say Cain multiple times, you kind of have to ask the fucking question.
Do you think it's referring to, I guess we heard the word Cainite today, or do you think it's more referring to Cain and Abel? Biblical.
Could be, in all honesty, could be all three. Who knows? Maybe they're related, maybe they're not. Maybe they're a separate thing, maybe they're all together intertwined.
So I guess on the same topic, I don't know why it keeps coming up to me in my head, but every time I hear Stone's name, and because Cain keeps getting involved at the same time, I think Cain killed Abel with a stone.
That's actually pretty good. I didn't even put two and two together, but yeah, when you think about it from a biblical standpoint, it makes a lot of sense. So the question remains, when does Stone throw his rock at Abel? And who's Abel?
Right. So at this point, I think I am overall undecided, but I do not trust him as far as I can throw him.
Definitely an uneasy alliance in that sense.
How about yourself? What do you think about him?
Had a weird interaction when we were jumping the fence to see Shriek. I didn't think much of it then. Honestly thought he was just trying to come on to me, but apparently I misread it and said something about blood. I'm like, I can get my own blood, pal. I don't need you. Like, I'm more than capable to do that myself. But I think he meant something else.
Interesting.
Right? It's like there was some sort of implication that I didn't know about. I don't know. When I see Artemis at some point tonight, or maybe tomorrow night, I'll ask a couple of questions. She wants to talk anyway. She's someone. Well, she's the only person I can look up to or ask questions, because she's much older than I am and she has more answers than I do. I just feel bad for any bastard that wanders in here neck of the woods.
Understandable. I mean, if you do get answers from her, I mean, I don't know as much as Stone makes it out about this kindred life. Is there a way that we can share powers? Is there, make us stronger, better able to protect each other, ourselves, those we care about?
Well, maybe one day she'll be comfortable enough to have a couple people over. She's very fickle.
From the reaction of Harper, I guess I can understand. My only interactions with most kindred are either blowing their heads off or you guys, I suppose. It was... I honestly didn't expect it to go as well as it did.
Yeah. That would have ended much worse, in all honesty. But, you're all right, Mori. Wasn't sure how to think about the rest of you, but you seem to be the most, I guess at times, more sensible. I think some people get into the world of optimism and forget that, you have to look at the real side of things and realize everything's kind of fucked You have to see it for what it is.
Optimism just makes you act and be stupid. I mean, I admire Aurora's and Azriel's positivity, but at the same time, it can get them killed really quick.
Yeah. The more I think about that interaction with Harper, the more I feel a little bad. Because I'm pretty sure they just wanted to mind their own fucking business, not be fucked with, and to a degree, we did fuck with them.
I'm actually quite embarrassed about that. I thought I read something else from them. I thought she was going to murder those kids, which, you know, not usually my business, except for. And then she like stops and she just thinks about it. Well, he made it my business.
Yeah, I get that. And then he's gonna shout at Zero, "Hey asshole, you gonna contribute or you're just gonna sit there?"
He looks up from the Tetris that he's playing. Huh? And then he loses and he's like, son of a bitch!
That's a skill diff.
And he starts over the next Tetris game and he's like, I'm sorry, what do you want?
Never mind.
He's
I thought you
"No,
would
no, no."
add something.
He's like, I'll add. What do you want me to add? What do you want me to add? Stone's creepy as fuck, but I think he's cool. I like candy. Name Zero.
All right, that's enough. You don't have to say anymore. Focus on the Tetris.
Okay. He like loses himself pressing the button. You can hear his little tippy tappies.
I thought he would add something to it, but I guess not. He just thinks Stone's creepy but awesome. Take that with what you will.
Get that. Mori almost looks a little bit embarrassed. Could we make a pit stop? I need to do something real quick.
Yeah, where do you want me to pull over?
She gives the address to the library she stole the book from.
All right, yeah, no problem.
That's within walking distance of my place, so
Cool.
Where do you guys stop
maybe
at?
a good place to park.
The library that she stole the book from, that Azriel took her to.
Okie dokie. And are you gonna leave it there or?
Once we get to the bookstore, she just kind of walks in, puts the money on the stand, and the book in her hand, and she just says, "Hey, sorry, I kind of took this book. Here's some money."
Like you do it while you're invisible, or are you gonna look for him?
Nope.
Because it's
Yep.
late. It's late enough that it's locked.
Oh, well then. I'm not gonna look for him because that's gonna go like too far out of the way. She'll just she's just gonna put like a sticky note or something on it. Shoot, is there like a mailbox or anything?
Yeah, for the business.
Yeah, she's gonna say, "Hey, sorry, took blah blah blah, the
Right.
history of female samurai. Apologies, here's money, blah." Right?
Gotcha.
Just all of the money that Azriel gave her.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep, and then is good to go to Aurora's place.
Right.
Yeah, just so the book doesn't get damaged, Sam's gonna find a small little. He's gonna take part of his tarp that he has in his car, and just kind of cut it up and cover up the book.
Oh, just letting you know, she's keeping the book. She's just paying for it.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah.
Ixnay what I said.
Nope. All good. Okay. So then, you guys are after that headed to
Auroras. Okay, any last roleplay there? For you guys in your car?
I think that was pretty much it.
Okay. Sliding over to Azriel's car. Any last roleplay for you before you get to your place, Aurora?
Azriel wants to ask Stone. So I noticed some of us have different powers. What all determines that?
Say that again.
So I noticed some of us have different powers. What all determines that?
Usually your clans.
What's this about clans now?
He begins to describe it as like a breed. Yep.
So how would one who can't get in touch with their sire go about determining what their clan was?
Well, I'm sure we could find someone who's a witch. A little sip of your blood's all they need. They can tell you right then and there where you're from.
I think it would be nice to know.
I agree.
Thank you for this information.
Sure thing.
It appears I've missed out on quite a bit with my sire.
Well, your sire's a whole bag of chips and then some.
Wait, do you know my
Especially-
sire?
Well, just based off what we know, especially if she is all wrapped up in this Mercy family business.
I'm still worried about her too.
Of course you are. Something
And
to
I feel like
something to consider. Since we were talking about people and God, feelings and all that. When you're a kindred, and you've been a kindred for a long time, what do you think it is they struggle with? What do you think hell really is? Because I can tell you, my understanding is hell is a never changing, never getting better, never getting worse, just dismally existing. Hell is tarrying while everything you love dies, and you are helpless to do a damn thing about it.
that truly sounds awful.
Well, imagine trying to love someone while you're all wrapped up in all this hell.
It sounds rough,
Sure,
but it's doable, you know?
not the same way. Something to consider.
I agree. It'd have to be different.
He just shrugs.
It's something
Did
good
you-
to hold on to.
Did Kindred have feelings?
Of course they have
And
feelings.
she looks up at Stone.
You have feelings, right?
Yeah, but is love still the same?
I don't think so.
I wouldn't really know.
It's probably different. The older you get, it's no longer
I didn't.
how humans remember it or take it.
That sounds extremely lonely.
I didn't have any much experience pre-Kindred
Mm.
in love.
Ah,
The blood plays a real big part. It's real addicting. The hunger and the thirst.
I guess.
I can still safely say I'm in love.
So you just take what you got, right? You work with what you got. And if you really want to get close, you use the blood.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, the blood is where it all comes from. We're reanimated because of the blood. Otherwise, we're just fucking corpse.
Are you
That's
saying lovers
fair.
should drink from each other?
I'm saying they can. I'm suggesting maybe your sire really cared for you, and the only way they knew how, Azriel. I don't know the whole story. I don't need to know the whole story either. That's for you to decide. Just teaching you.
I appreciate the advice.
What
I'm
I
not
do
sure what
remember
to believe.
is I know a coterie can share powers. It's a little blurry still, but I know it's got to do with the blood. A little bit of an exchange.
Let's see.
It's like the words are there, but I can't quite grasp them. But it gets me
So-
all excited.
So, the other day,
And at this point, you guys
We
are like
met-
pulling up.
we met this guy, and he said that it felt really good to take blood, to be bitten. Is it the same with Kindred?
Probably. You want to test it out?
Do we pull in right now?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, we're here. We should probably get out. And if Aurora could blush, you could tell, like, she was, like, trying to avoid... trying to be like, yeah, let's, Not gonna answer that right now. I'm too shy, and there's company. So yeah, she's like, yeah, we should head upstairs and continue.
Can I bring the dogs in?
Yeah, I mean, it's a very pet-friendly apartment. It's just, I have a studio, so there's not a lot of space.
You know Thanatos is a good boy.
Because there's
and
4 dogs.
Yeah, because there's Nina and Fenrir.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And as they are
So-
getting out, Mori and Samiel are parking and getting out. All glancing at each other over the distance, moving into position.
Okay, Thanatos and the pregnant dog can stay in the kitchen. We can have a conversation with each other, I guess. I do not have any dog food. I mean, I do have dog food. I just got dog food. I don't know if it's dog food they like, but if you want some, you can feed it to them.
I might take you up on that.
Great.
It'll be a while before I get home and can cook them up something proper.
Wait, you cook for... Anyways, all right, I walk into the building. Hey, how's it going, Bob?
He's like, oh, hey, Aurora. Pretty good. Thanks
Or
for
just-
the cookies earlier.
Oh, did you like them? Wow, they
Pretty
taste-
good. Yeah. Yeah. It was idle chit chat back and forth. And I'm assuming all 4 of you head up to her apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Before doing that, of course, Mori's going invisible.
Okie dokie.
Success. Yeah.
The elevator is a bit small, so she tells you, top floor.
Cool.
Like
Is
how
there
small
stairs?
is this elevator?
It can
Like
fit
how?
it can fit four people in it.
Can it fit a Samuel?
You will have to duck a little. Like you and Stone will have to duck a little bit. You
Like
know, like,
Samuel's just gonna wait. He's just gonna like stand outside of the elevator. I'll get the next one. You're kind of filled up here.
Yeah, there's 2, but they're old.
Are there stairs?
Yes, there are stairs. There's actually, if you check on the outside of the building, there's an emergency set of stairs. And if she said that, well, I don't know. Did you ask Aurora about the stairs? 'Cause
Yes.
there's indoor ones too. All right, I'll be like, yeah, there's the ones outside, and also the fire escape at the top leads to my place too.
I mean, she's invisible, but you do hear the door open.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay, up you go, one at a time, basically minus stairs. All right. Inside your apartment, Aurora, why don't you go ahead and describe what it looks like to everyone as they're coming into that, the little... It's like a little drop-down area that then you can step up onto the main floor.
Yeah.
Kind of Asian-like, studio-like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But why don't you describe
So-
what everything looks like?
All right, so when she opens the door, you'll notice that there's like a rack of shoes on the left, and there's a really big like closet on the right. and she just like takes and so she'll put the cardigan. She won't open the closet, but it'll be on the outside. There's like hangers, or like one of those things that come out. And then when you walk in, there's the kitchen immediately to the right, and it's actually quite like an open space kitchen. A full-size fridge, counter, full-size fridge. Then next to fridge, counter, sink, more counter, and then there's a stove on the other side. And you notice that the kitchen is surprisingly clean when you look at the rest of the apartment, when there's this nice like high table and there's books, there's notes, there's more books everywhere. There's like 3 giant shelves of books that are now covering the windows. You think that there used to be like really big windows, but yeah, they're just boarded up, like whatever. It has like the cutout, like light cutout curtains, but those are, and then it's covered on top of that with more books. There is a fire escape and which is behind a curtain, and there is a small window space, and there under there is a seat, just a small sofa, like a dog bed, and then you find also to the right there's the big table, and then there's a desk with more books and the book scanner and a laptop. And there's a TV like under the loft stairs, and so you see that there's a loft. The loft area seems like it takes up a lot of space on the upper part. So Aurora will be like, "Oh, come in. I don't usually have guests, but I do have 4 chairs and some sofa space for those who are interested. But yeah, come in. The dogs should stay in the kitchen since that's the cleanest area, and I have a lot of, let me pick up my notes." And on one wall, you can tell there used to be like a lot of tacks with like, as if she had been tacking stuff up and putting together. But then on one whiteboard wall, you can tell there's notes about Kindred. There's like movie names. There's connecting to folklore, be like garlic X ? And then, so it looks like she's been studying through media and just like trying things, but you don't know exactly to what extent.
Azriel will go over to the garlic ? And he'll say, yeah, we're still good with garlic as far as I know.
I know, but like now we know that there's clans, so now I gotta put another ? Because what if other clans are allergic to garlic or something? We don't know that.
That's a good question. Might be exclusive.
So now I gotta erase the X and put another ? I feel like whenever we find answers, there's just more questions. Yeah, let me teach you how to use the book scanner. So, Aurora's gonna teach, as everyone's kind of coming in, she teaches Azriel how to do the book scanner. I'm like, take a look at this book, scan through it, let me know if you find anything interesting. I'm gonna go upstairs and, just tidy up a bit so that it isn't as chaotic. If you guys need to use the bathroom, there's a toilet across the kitchen, but if there's an actual full-size bathroom, upstairs as well, if you guys want to freshen up. But yeah, let me tidy up the loft area, and yeah, you can just do that. Mori, there's the fire escape, because I know that you're very cautious. Also, here is another book on Japanese folklore that maybe would be interesting for you, because I know
just in case everyone's curious, she has become visible, just so you guys are aware.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
she was like just talking to the air. Okay, so she hands her a book, and it's all masks. It's like, this is talking about different masks, their meaning, what they were used for, some of the rituals, some of the lore behind it. I think you'll find this book really fascinating. And then Sammy, here is this really nice big wooden table and you can tell that it's like a high table, so it's like she has to sit on a tall chair, but I think for Sammy it's like normal height. And Stone, you can watch TV and make yourselves comfortable, and then we can come up with the game plan.
Before you go, you don't know your clan?
No, I don't. I kind of just woke up in a hospital and ta-da! I was this, and then I had just a note with instructions, a bunch of blood bags. Oh, I do have, and you see in the kitchen, the only thing that's on the counter is a coffee thing that's looks like it used to be. It's a fancy coffee machine that has not been used, in a while. 3 bottles of wine, and then, but she goes to so that's all that there is in the kitchen, on the counters. And she goes to the fridge and she taps it. She's like, I'm running a little low, but I do have some blood bags in here if you guys are hungry and want to take the edge off a little bit.
That's an interesting way to feed.
She looks sheepishly at the floor. I haven't tried anything, so this is all I know. I don't know how else to, feed. Or this is what I was told to do, and I just...
How do you
I haven't
feed,
really-
Azriel? You say this is interesting.
Oh.
What is it you do?
Mori's interested in
Azriel's troubled by this question. I haven't been quite brave enough to feed off people yet. So I've been feeding off of some of the local animals.
Shame. Nina's head like whips over to you, as if the dog speaks English.
I'm very careful not to hurt
actually
them.
rather dark, in my opinion.
Yeah. Animals are innocent. Jeez. What-
I
And
feel
so-
bad no matter what I'm feeding from, unfortunately.
As this is happening, Aurora remembers and takes out whatever the 2 bowls that she has, one for water and one for food, dumps out the water and just pours the 2 for food.
Fenrir just is like, bark, bark, me, attention.
Hey boy, you're gonna share your food, okay, with some new friends. And she gestures to Thanatos and the Prego dog, and she's like, here, just yeah.
So what's this dog's name, Azriel? And he's patting the one with the big belly.
I haven't come up with a name for her yet.
Snack.
Wait, what? Did I hear that right? Did he say snack?
Yes.
Can you not? Can you not?
Wait, what do you mean snack?
Well, he
That's
feeds
horrible.
our
Azriel.
he feeds our animals. So I just thought, how about a Happy Meal with legs?
Could,
I
could also
hate
call
every
it,
aspect of what you just
Could also
said.
call it Red High C.
God, please, squeak. Oh God.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Aurora chuckles at that.
Aurora, you got some
But-
interesting things here. Sorry, Mori, didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah,
You
of
didn't
course.
feed on her, right? You know she's pregnant, right?
And then Stone like slowly looks over Az. Like the thought didn't even cross his mind that you fed off this pregnant dog, and he's just looking at you.
Azriel looks down at the ground and refuses to answer.
He absolutely did. He doesn't even need to roll deception. He's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
transparent.
He's upset by you.
Okay, that was really awkward. Now that explains a lot. I'm gonna go tidy up upstairs while you deal with that, and yeah, you can check out some books. You were saying you were interested in something, Stone? Mr. Stone?
Yeah, maybe. And you head upstairs,
Okay.
Aurora?
Yeah.
He follows.
Okay. Yeah, so she starts like, the bed is a mess. She did not make her bed at all. She's not that kind of person. And so she's like, oh my god, I have to make this bed. And there's like books all lined. So there's like a veranda, and there's books all lined there. You can tell like, you can't really see downwards unless you like look over the pile of like the bookshelves that are about like waist height.
All right.
And so
So while that's happening, I need Samiel. Do you set up on the table to get to zero out everything?
I mean, I just had to zero out one phone, right?
Is it just one, or are you gonna do two?
It's just one that I'm aware of. Just everyone else's is done, so it's just
Okey-dokey.
Auroras.
Okay, intelligence and technology. So you get to work doing that.
Let's see here. I am good at that. Use a willpower to reroll 3. Muy bueno. How about 4?
Okay, it's only gonna take you like 30 minutes to get it done. So while you're working on that, Mori and Azriel are downstairs, and they're hanging.
Azriel does want to split off for a second because he feels bad again.
Where are you gonna go in this little apartment? Living room?
He's gonna go to where the dogs are.
They're in the kitchen.
There's an
He's gonna go-
emergency escape that acts as a balcony. If you want.
He's just gonna go to the kitchen. He's gonna activate Feral Whispers and apologize to the dog again.
Dog just says that she's just happy to be with you.
Well,
I'm like, hello, friend.
I'm sorry.
And then she's been like chowing down on Fenrir's food.
We really do got to come up with a name for you as well.
Yeah. Most people just call me damn dog or trash.
That won't do. How about Hope?
Hope.
I think that's a good name.
Triggers
What do you
me and Bill to like a different character. Yeah, she likes the name. And then like she's yelling her name, Hope, Hope, but is actually she's barking.
I do have to just apologize one last time. I wasn't fully in my senses when we first met. I definitely made a mistake. And I'll just kind of pet her head very gently.
She's more than happy to forgive you. To her, it's not a big deal. But that is the way of dogs.
Yep. You just say you're a good girl?
With your feral whispers, can you also hear the other dogs?
No, you have to
You can-
like
One.
make
Once
individual.
per-
Yeah, it's only
yeah.
one.
Okay, so you can only talk to her. You're not sure what the other dogs are talking about, but Fenrir is absolutely giving you the side eye.
Can I activate it more than one time and have multiple going?
You'll have to look at the discipline.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's very clear.
I don't think so, but it could just be one at a time.
It doesn't say anything about one at a time. It just... Oh, it's one rouse check for type of animal for the scene.
So that would be one rouse check
All
for
the
all
dogs.
dogs? Yeah.
Well, if it's type, does it count if they're a different, like, breed of dog? You know what I mean? Like, is it like wolf?
I would say the wolf is different, as because it's a different animal, but like all the dogs would be.
All right, then you
Dog.
still can't understand Fenrir. Which is very telling for you.
Fenrir or
Or Nina. Because
both of them are.
Aurora has said Fenrir is a German Shepherd.
Also, with Fenrir, that is a contested roll.
Yep. Because is Bondarino.
That actually, that'll pique Azriel's interest, actually. He's interested in trying to talk to the wolves. Because he's curious now. Would it be okay to try another rouse check to...
Let me look at your character sheet.
Like, which wolf are you going after?
Nina was the one that gave me the look, right?
No, that was Fenrir.
Then Fenrir.
So you'll have to roll manipulation against charisma. Yeah, manipulation, animalism against charisma and something else. Let me see here.
It's so hard to read it on the Roll20 sheet.
It's manipulation, animalism versus charisma, animalism.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about advantages or like disciplines? You can make them bigger, right?
Feral Whisper. It's the description part.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can make it bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Look, that's way better. Yay, Roll20 being difficult. Allows two-way communication with animals. A cat might not be interested in debating the use of color. Happy to discuss the lack of prey around the brownstone building across the street. Persuade animals to perform services. Like humans, animals seldom agree to things that go against their nature or endanger them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's roll it.
So I'm using manipulation plus animalism.
Mm-hmm.
I wish it was charisma.
No, we're manipulating up in this house.
I'm not a manipulative guy, as you can see. 3 sucks.
All right. Doesn't pan out. He doesn't seem to want to speak to you. And it could be because he doesn't exactly know you very well.
I mean, that's more than reasonable.
There is a wellspring of intelligence behind Fenrir and Nina's gaze. But anytime Aurora, he hears her voice, like that intelligence sort of like lessens into just happy puppy. It's rather odd.
Seems
Thanatos
to
is
me-
happy to talk to you though. And he does
I'm always happy to talk
he does
to
get jealous, you know, move into your field of view and then like gaze longingly into your eyes.
Oh, just start head patting him, scratching his belly.
Alright.
I'm sorry, boy. Didn't mean to make you jealous.
Only me. I'm the best dog.
You're my partner for life. And more.
He says, good. I would expect no less.
Have you been making friends with Hope?
Yes. It will
That's
take me a
good.
moment to adjust to the name Hope, as I was calling her trash, but I will do so for you.
Such a good boy.
Thank you. I would like a treat.
I'll call out to Aurora. Do you have any treats?
From upstairs, okay?
And I kind of like, I'm like trying to peer. You just see like the top of my head because I cannot like over that bookshelf. I'm like, just try not to fall off. Next to the fridge.
I'll go ahead and take a peek. See if I can find some treats.
Okay. You don't need to roll for it. You do find some.
I will distribute treats to all the dogs.
All right, Fenrir and Nina, you're speaking their language now.
Also, treats are high quality. They're like little sticks of steak. She got chicken in there too. She's got a lot of treats. She like all different varieties. You can definitely tell she doesn't know. She just bought a bunch of them. Just trying to figure out which one.
When I give Fenrir his treat, I'll say, "I'm glad you found your owner. She was really worried about you."
He does stare at you for just a moment, and then he returns back to his treat. Hey, what are you doing? All right, I'm gonna go around town, and everyone's gonna get one last turn, okay? Starting with the Morinator. Zoe. Mori,
Oh, there we go. What'd you say?
what do you want to do? I'm gonna go around turn. I'm gonna get a...
He feels a little bit bad about calling, okay, not a little bit, a lot of bit bad about calling Azriel out in front of everybody. So she's just trying to make herself small, and also she's reading a book. So, that's her excuse for, hiding in a corner, back against, two walls, like in the very corner of, where two walls intersect. Yeah, that's where she's at, sitting down, hood up, reading the book.
Samiel, after you get anything for you after you bust open and zero out the phone?
He's gonna tell Zero to just hey, and shake him. I want you to.
He's been underneath the fridge cleaning out the trash.
He's gonna walk into the kitchen. What are you doing?
Zero's like, what? And he slinkies out from underneath, and there's Fruit Loops and dust bunnies, old milk caps.
Why do you want any of that? It's garbage.
Magic! It's treasures! Treasures!
And then he puts the milk caps into his mouth and climbs up your leg.
Did you get your bountiful booty there, huh, Captain?
Yeah, he shows you the milk cap.
You're gonna put that in the usual pocket, aren't you?
Yes, he does. The one that's sticky from candy.
I have to clean this coat again.
And he says, what can I do for you, Sam?
Just scope everything out. Just make sure there's nothing weird.
Like weird? Or coat weird?
Just weird in general. Out of the ordinary, doesn't belong, etc.
You got it. I'll look.
Report back when you're done.
Will do. And you set the slinky to sleuth. As he sleuths, his small paws cause his whole body to vibrate. So he's just this long noodle that's just bloop, 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 bloop. But he's looking. He's sniffing. His whiffler, it's going. He's just I don't know if you guys could hear that.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, he's sniffing. Okay. All right. Then sliding around, Aurora.
Mm-hmm.
What had you do as your last thing?
I'm just trying to tidy up the upstairs and
What's upstairs? Is it just your room, or is there a restroom? A little.
There's the bathroom and the shower, in the mirror, and there's a giant queen size bed, and so she's trying to pick up the books and be oh god, trying to like tidy up, and she's like trying to like she's looking under her bed and making sure there's no trash, but there's just books. And her closet is like so small and is the only thing filled with clothes. And then she kind of like looks at the closet for a moment. And then just shakes her head. She's like, like something is on her mind. And then she goes into the bathroom and makes sure that it's not like...
When you go into the bathroom, you find Stone looking at himself in the mirror.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
He puts the sunglasses back on his face and says, "No interruption. Penny for your thoughts."
The glasses look great. I also love your eyes.
Mighty kind of you.
Yeah, of course. You have a great sense of style. I mean, way better than me. I feel like I dress like an old lady or a librarian half the time.
Some people like that.
Yeah, so, she pushes her hair behind her ear. And she just... How are you doing? Are you holding up?
I'm alright. Just wish I didn't have so many blank holes in my brain.
Hey, it's gonna be okay. And she just touches his cheek very gently, and she's like, we'll figure it out, okay? We'll help you.
There's a beat of silence, and then he turns and leans on the sink, kind of lowering his height, stretching his legs out. And he says, "You're real nice, Miss Aurora. Real sweet. Just a darling."
I mean, I'm just me. There's... I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I guess. I'm just doing what I think is the right thing. That's all. And there's kind of like she realizes she doesn't have her bag or anything to clutch to, so she's kind of just like, twiddling her fingers a bit, and she moves a little closer, and she's like, I just think that I feel that you know, I know how it feels like to just wake up and not really know what happened.
You said you got a missive, though, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
You mind if I see it?
Yeah, of course. She goes into the closet, and there is a box at the bottom of the closet. And she opens this little shoebox, and she takes out the note. And she's like, "Here you go."
Okay, he takes it and looks at it. We might be able to use this to find your person.
Really? Maybe we can get some answers.
Well, you got someone who's tech smart and someone else who is real good at knowing what's on the other side of the city. And he hands the note back to you. But I would say your Sammy and Mori might be able to assist.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, this could help us give answers. I mean, at least a better idea of...
I just don't understand. If you choose to make one, why would you abandon your child? Or it doesn't make no sense to me.
Maybe they just felt bad. I'm not too angry. It was a bad situation, and maybe they felt bad and they feel guilty. And that's okay. I mean,
strange.
This is a lot of responsibility, I'm assuming, to have, you know, it's kind of like me.
Well, I don't understand why bother making a child, or if you're not ready for the responsibility, and to teach them appropriately.
Well, it was a car crash, and it was all an accident. I don't know. I wish I knew.
Well, when we find out, we'll just have to ask.
Exactly. And we're gonna find out, and we'll figure it out together. We'll figure out my mystery, we'll figure out your mystery, and we'll figure out what is going on with this cane. And maybe it'll help a lot of people.
He suddenly reaches out and captures one of your curls. And he twists the lock between his fingers.
Aurora looks at him like a bit like surprised. I I mean, like, back at the mall, I know we were, it was, it's haha, yeah. Yeah.
If it was me, I wouldn't have left you. I would have picked you because you make all this dark a little less dismal. And he leans in, one palm going on the side of your head and the other going on the other, so he's almost got you in a cage. And his face comes down to look you in the eye, but he's again looking over the sunglasses.
There is, like, curiosity in her eyes, like, just like, why would you? I mean, there's plenty of people that could do that. I'm not really special, honestly.
I disagree. This whole coterie falls apart unless you're in it. You're necessary. You're real important.
I mean, I think we all... I mean, I think everyone would do fine. I mean, we all need each other, right? It's not just... I don't think I'm... Yeah, and she's like, she's really caught up.
Really close. So his nose presses into your hair, and he whispers in your ear.
Body needs a heart in order to function. And that would be you.
And then he pulls away, completely disengaging, and gives you a grin and a wink. And he steps out of the bathroom.
You might want to show that note to Mori or Sam. They might have more information. You need any help tidying up over here?
I think I'm good. I'm just gonna take a moment to, yeah. And, as soon as, like, out of eyesight, she sinks to her, like, knees and is just so, like, if she was blushing, she would be, like, it's just so overwhelming. Doesn't know what to do or make of it. She doesn't, like, it's confusing, it's new. She doesn't know what to feel, and if she had a heart, it'd probably be beating really fast. But she touches her chest, and feeling no heart just makes her feel a tiny bit, for the first time, a little sad. But she kind of, like, gets up, and she's like, okay, bathroom, check. Why am I breathing again? Oh, god damn it. Anyways, let's take it one step at a time. I should go meet Joe. And she walks out, and yeah, she checks the time, and she goes to Sammy, and she's like, hey, Sammy, how's everything?
Fine, just scoping out the joint.
Oh, well, if you need anything, let me know. I also, I wanted to thank you for the phone. Is there anything I can do?
No. I don't think you can afford the service that Daddy Warbucks over there can, but don't worry about it.
Thanks. Also, maybe this will help you in your mystery. When my sire, well, whoever made me into this, they left this note letting me know that about all the things that were going to happen, and it's like an A4 like letter sheet. And they let me know that to have these blood bags, maybe you want to take a look at it. Maybe this is another clue to find someone who could help.
I guess. And you said it's for things that are going to happen.
Yeah, like the changes in my body and just having to drink blood and all that
Is
stuff.
it handwritten or is it typed out?
It is handwritten. Like it would, and it looks like it's done with pen, and there's like it would seem it's very hastily done, like in a rush.
I mean, I don't know how much that's gonna help me. I mean, I already know about all that stuff. To learn that in my first 2 months, so that's kind of just basic.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know how much use it'll be, but I could give it a look over.
You don't recognize the handwriting at all? Do you think we could analyze the handwriting?
I mean, it could probably be analyzed. Yeah, sure. I'm not a forensic specialist, so I could take it home and check it out.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go meet Joe in the park. You guys are free to stay here and come up with a plan, and I can hopefully get some information from Joe.
No,
And I'll leave my bag here.
I don't. I mean, you can do whatever you want. I'm not the boss of you.
Yeah, but I trust you.
All right. That's all right. He just kind of like nods, like, sure, yeah, trust me, got it.
Samiel, roll a wits and awareness.
Let me look at my sheet. Is it what I think it is? Come on, give me a good roll. Damn, I'll take that. Holy shit. It's one of the best rolls I've had today. That's a straight 5.
Okay. Is there anything before this last little thing from anyone else?
Nope.
Mori's just like, read book, read book, read book, read book.
Yeah, like, unless anyone checked on her, all they would get from her is, like, I screwed up, but, that's it. There's nothing else.
Right. What about you, Azriel? Anything left for you?
I would have gone back to helping out with what Aurora started me on. And I probably would have taken a moment to just check on Mori. Not really said anything, just make sure she's doing okay. Even though she did call me out in front of everybody.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Probably would have checked on Stone as well, just to...
He's just kind of wandering around looking at everything.
Noted as weird in my head, but, like, he's kind of a strange guy, so... Kind of just checking in on everybody.
Okay. All right. Sam. Zero says,
Hey, Sammy.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to come look at this.
and we're going to end there for today.
Where?
Ah, bah, bah, bah. Cliffhanger.
I'll put this for future
You learned
reference.
something about the book.